Brought to you in part by Langley Roofing and Warren and Griffin.
So with the pretty weather finally coming our way, an awful lot of us now are going to be outside, walking around our houses, taking a look at how things are looking as we head into spring and summer. And if you're noticing some problems with some trees, our next guest might be the very ones to help you. This is Tyler Scheibelhood, Julie Tyler. They have Lumberjacks Tree Service and Hardwood Center. We're going to talk about both. So good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
So the reason I set you up the way I did is because pretty much if you have a tree in your yard, y'all can help. Right? Yep. Because you can help take it down, and you also have arborists on staff who can help in case it's getting unhealthy. Is that fair, Tyler?
Yeah, that's correct.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
We have several ISA arborists, and then several crews that are very experienced in all aspects of tree work. So, yeah.
So you kind of have this full circle approach. I had a chance to come down to your place about a year or so ago and really get a tour and see. But from seedling to the end of life on a tree, you take it to heart, if you will. So you don't want there to be waste for people if there doesn't have to be.
No, and you said it exactly right. So, a lot of times, unfortunately, these trees have to come down. They've been growing for many years. And it seems just a shame just to throw them away in a landfill. So what we do, not only to, continue using and not waste, but then also to try to save our customers money, we take these trees, cut it up into usable planks, kiln dry it, sell it to furniture makers or artisans, craftsmen, and then we take the branches and the unusable pieces and grind it into mulch. So like you said,
and that
it's a full
mulch
circle.
goes where?
The mulch goes to several different places. We work with some gardeners. They like to use it for a lot of their chip gardens. A lot of local motels, businesses around town. You'll see our mulch in their beds. Gardeners like it as well for their flower beds.
So you mentioned the felling the trees and then using it for your hardwood center. We'll talk about that in just a second. But I guess if you're going to have some trees taken down, first of all, on your property, you want to make sure you've got the right people doing the job. So that's one of the things that differentiates you, though. This tree has brought you beautiful shade for a number of years. You hate to see it just end its life. Y'all continue then the beauty of the tree.
Absolutely.
So talk about the Hardwood Center, Julie, because that was a really fun spot for me to go and see when I came to you. That's where you can get very creative.
Yeah, I personally, whenever I'm down there working, it's just I go through the warehouse and I just start cooking up all these ideas, things that I want to do at my own house. And so it's really neat. There's a very wide selection of domestic and exotic woods, which is really awesome. The general public is welcome to come in and visit with us. There's no appointment needed. There's no minimum purchase. You can come in and buy one piece.
Wow.
And that's really great for like DIYers too that are just kind of starting to get into woodworking.
Yeah, we were talking before we got on camera and I was picking their brains because it's fun to have an idea in your mind or maybe on your Pinterest page. You see all these things you want to make happen, but you don't know how or where to go. Not only can they come and, like you say, just buy the one piece to kind of wet their whistle, y'all will cut it for them to spec. Is that right?
Yeah.
I know you're trying to be very humble, but that's something pretty unique to you, Tyler.
It is. Not a lot of other places offer that. We have customers all the time. They want a specific thickness, they got a specific length, and they'll come in, and a lot of times they're not really sure what they need. They'll bring us pictures, they'll bring us measurements, and our crew is very experienced. A lot of them have been working in the industry for 10 plus years, and they can help people find the exact product that they need and get it to the specs that they need for their product.
Memories are attached to trees. I mean, you grow up with a tree, especially if you've been lucky enough to live in the same place for a long time. So when that tree gets sick, that's really hard to think about losing a tree. I mentioned walking around your property right now with the spring coming. Anything to watch for, things you'll notice, Tyler, that might be a telltale sign of a problem on a tree?
Some things this time of year that you can look for. In the summer, you're generally going to look for areas of uneven foliage. If you see some areas where you've got a lot of foliage on the left side of the tree, but not on the right, or if the tips got a little bit dieback. But this time of year in the fall, some things that we can look for is if you look at the base of your tree and you start seeing mushrooms, fungal growth, anything like that, that can be some signs that maybe there's something that's not quite right. It's indicative of decay. Sometimes, insect infestation, if especially wild cherry trees, stuff like that. If you see a lot of carpenter ants going in and out, that could be a sign that they have infested the tree.
Is lichen always an indicator of a problem with a tree?
Not always.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, generally at the base of the tree, you're going to be looking for mushrooms and growths on that.
If you're planting a tree, which you don't want to do right now, but in the spring people might decide to plant a tree, is it important to mulch around it and kind of to build up that at the root?
It can help. It depends on what type of tree, but yes, generally when you're planting a tree, you want to make sure that you have set the roots up properly, and then it doesn't hurt, like you said, to put a little bit of mulch around it, moisture retention, stuff like that. So, but you don't want to go overboard with it.
Do you have a favorite wood? I have about a minute left. Is there a favorite type of wood that you like to work with?
Oh, I love ambrosia maple.
Oh, talk about exotic. Ambrosia maple.
So ambrosia maple is actually pretty local. Usually you see it in the silverleaf maple tree. There's the ambrosia beetles and worms that will bore into the wood, giving it a fungal infection, and it causes these strong, predominant color streaks that go through the wood. And so we've got a saying at the Hardwood Center that the ugliest trees make the most beautiful lumber.
Well, you will have to go and see for yourself. And now's a great time because Julie was saying they have a sale going on.
We do.
Through the month of February.
Yeah. Yep. For the month of February down at the Hardwood Center, all the Padauk and the Purple Heart is on sale for 20% off.
Okay, well, go let your creative juices flow. And now you know that tree that you love, if you do have to lose it, they're going to keep the life going in it. It's not all part of their service, but as you call them and talk to them, they'll kind of walk you through how you can take advantage of all the different things that they offer. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it's Lumberjacks Tree Service, and a big thanks to the Chamber of Commerce for sending them our way today. Here's how you can get in touch with them. We're back in a minute.
The Tri-State Home Show is this weekend. Come chat with local pros, get ideas and inspiration for your home. Come see for yourself. The Tri-State Home Show this weekend at the Chattanooga Convention Center. Info at homeshow.com.